Welcome to Friday Wrap Up. This is your boy Eclectic Enigma. Another week has passed, and as you know, I must bring you my take on what has gone down. Now, who would I be if I didn't start this thing off with the Nilla Please Award? Wouldn't be Eclectic Enigma, would I? The first award goes out to Batman vs. Superman, or shall I just say Ben Affleck. Now, I will say this, Ben. You were way better in Batman vs. Superman than you were in Daredevil, but what is that even saying? I mean, Blank Man was a better superhero movie than Daredevil. I guess those sad Batman memes from last year was kind of a foreshadowing of what this movie would be, a sad and utter disappointment in this whole DC Comics series that's going to be happening. And you were an okay Batman, but being an okay Batman is being a horrible Batman. It's Batman, for God's sake. I mean, I hate when people ruin Batman. Now, you did have some help with that horrible storyline that they threw together, but you really thought you was going to be a good Batman, Ben Affleck?
Not today.
Nilla, please.
The next Nilla Please Award goes out to a Georgia man who shot his legs off shooting at a lawnmower that had explosives in it.
23-year-old David Presley packed with 3 pounds of tannerite, then shot it with a rifle.
It went terribly bad from there.
A flying piece of the lawnmower severed Presley's leg.
So you add explosives to something that you could already blow up to make it super explode?
Do it for the fun.
I ain't gonna do it.
Do it for the fun.
I ain't gonna do it.
Do it for the fun.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it for the
Can I get a dumbass for 500, Alex?
Answer. Daily double.
Anyway, this idiot, his friend basically describes what happened, so just listen in and see what he has to say about the situation.
Both legs missing. Lula made baby boy. He looked up at me. He said, "Pete, I can't feel my legs." I said, "Bubba, they ain't there." And I looked down, and them little bloody nubs was kicking real fast like this here. And I said, "Bubba, it's 30 miles to the nearest town. Unless you can flip upside down and walk on your hand, you ain't gonna make it."
Nilla, please.
The next award goes out to your cousin who tried to buy a BMW with food stamps.
That's not how it works.
Now, you know damn well it's 50 cents on the dollar when it comes to the stamps pimping. Now, he came up a little bit short because the BMW was $60,000. He did not let his lack of funds stop him from getting what he wanted, so he broke in that night, stole all the keys, and he took his BMW on a joyride.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty.
The cops caught up with him though after he ran out of gas. I mean, you want a car that you can't even afford to put gas in?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Nilla, please.
The last award goes out to Katt Williams for sucker punching a kid after a soccer game went awry. After he sucker punched the kid wrestled him to the ground because he's a wrestler. Katt has some issues. Katt has some serious issues. He's up here stealing phones from people and slapping folks in grocery stores and getting on stage, getting crunk with people. The kid was wrong and disrespectful for getting in Katt's face, but you sucker punched a kid. Sucker punched a kid.
That was childish, man. That wasn't even called for.
I guess you thought he would flee, but with him being a wrestler, it didn't go down like that, Pimpin. And after he got done wrestling you to the ground, you looked up and was like,
Which one of y'all kicked me?
which leads me to say,
Poor little tank.
Nilla, please.
next, my people want to give big ups to Devin Washington. This young man stopped a robbery at Popeyes, and he was there at the time applying for a job. You better believe that he got hired. So, he's a hero. I just want to give big ups to him. Now we move on to the heavy. In case you missed it, an ex-Ravens defensive tackle named Terrence Cody is getting 9 months in jail for killing his dog. The maximum amount of time that he could have gotten was 2 years, but he's just getting 9 months. The prosecutor was pushing for the max, and there was even an online petition of almost 6,000 signatures that wanted him to get the max sentence. Or even more, somehow. Now, you may wonder, why is Eclectic Enigma concerned or talking about a dog that died and somebody getting some time for it? You know me so well, don't you? Well, in America, it seems that the life of a dog is more important than the life of a black man. What do I mean? Well, ex-police officer Peter Liang shot and killed Akai Gurley. He is scheduled to be sentenced in April, and much to the shock of the jurors, the DA does not want him to get any jail time. 0. Not even 9 months, like the guy who killed a dog. 0. The jurors won't even know what was the purpose in prosecuting him if we aren't going to give him any jail time, or you're recommending that we don't give him any jail time. He could be facing up to 15 years, but the DA doesn't want him to serve any. And I believe the verbiage was, he is not a danger to society. You know, I get that some people love animals more than humans because they're friendly, and some people actually like to have sex with them, like the guy I talked about last week that, you know, had sex with his coworker's dog after he broke in his house. And then this lady here who sitting up here filming herself having sex acts with her dog. Maybe because there's so many people banging Lassie, that's why they got 6,000 signatures on one to try to get a guy to go to jail for 2 years, and he saved 6,000 people. I'm pretty sure that they didn't give a rat's ass about Akai Gurley dying at all, even though he was an innocent man with no weapon or wasn't even doing anything to be suspect. But do they care? No, they don't care. Which is why I'm saying what I'm saying now. Black Lives Matter. That's why it's important. That's why it keeps coming up. That's why it's being said. It's not because other lives don't matter. It's because when you look at a situation like a dog dying and somebody is going to get 9 months and people want them to get the maximum penalty, and then a black man's life, Akai Gurley, who did nothing wrong at all, period, and DA's recommending no time, I see something wrong with that. My life is more valuable than a dog's. It is. And the fact that I even have to say that is part of the fucking problem. It is. So on top of that going on, you got a report came out on CNN, and it's been other places, but I mentioned it CNN because you might see them as a credible news source, that a top Nixon aide said that the war on drugs was nothing more than a war on black people and hippies. They used that as a means to be able to shut down their leaders and go into their homes and lock people up. Why were they doing that? It doesn't concern you that the government decided to target a certain group of people? Maybe that should bother you. It bothers me. And don't get me wrong, we knew about this. We've known about it for a long time because we've been dealing with it. But maybe if you see it on CNN, you might understand the correlation between that, war on drugs, and the school to prison pipeline, and why a lot of black people are pissed off right now and have been for a very long time. So America, when will we matter? Please don't get on here talking about black on black crime and blah blah blah, unless you're going to talk about other hue on hue crime. Then we can talk. But I'm talking about an innocent man that got killed and the DA saying no jail time because he's not a threat to society. It doesn't matter if you're a threat. If you do something wrong and you kill somebody, you don't deserve to just go through a little trial that might ruin your life. You deserve to serve time. And it doesn't matter if you're a regular citizen, a cop, a judge, whoever. His life mattered. Sandra Bland's life mattered. And many other lives mattered. But when will they actually matter to everybody? I don't know. But that's Friday Wrap Up. I'll see y'all next week. And as always, peace, love, and... Oh, wait a minute. That's not me. Holla at your boy.